good, but they're short videos. So this is the third animation video. What we're going to do now is we're going to do another button. This one's going to say tap me. I'm going to put a button either below or above, maybe right above the button that exists. So I'm going to add another @state variable because we're going to control a lot of these things in different ways. So we're going to do an @state. There we go. Variable. And we're going to say animation amount. There we go. And we are going to set that CG float at 1. So technically we could use the scale, but we're just going to set another one because I want you to I want to show you like just doing different things. So we're going to do again a CG float. There we go. I don't know why there's 2. I don't know. CG float of 1.0. Again, I could have used that scale, but I'm just going to set the exact same CG float. Actually, I can put 1 or I can put 1.0. If I put in 1, this automatically, because it's a float, the computer automatically will put in 1.0 later. Just letting you know. I'm going to put in right above this button, so right below the V stack, right above the button. Make sure that your opening parenthesis, opening curly brackets is right here. I'm going to give myself a little bit of room, so I've got 1 space here, 1 space here. I'm going to put in a button, title action, and it's going to say tap me. Whenever I see the open and close parentheses, arrow, void, I'm going to hit return on my computer. And now I'm going to say with animation. There is no period over here. This is a different type of modifier because this is explicit modifier, and we're going to use the modifier of a interactive spring. So there's no period in front of this one. And we're going to say with animation, that body. Ooh. Body throws. Yeah, that's weird. We're going to say dot interactive. There we go. Oh, could not find it. There we go. Interactive spring. This is where it gets a little weird. We're going to put the open and close parentheses, and it was just about to warn us about that. So open and close parentheses. And then what we're going to do is, this is very similar to the with animation, do something. Well, we need to tell it when to start and end doing something. So right outside here, I'm going to open up my curly brackets. It's going to close them, and it already is excited. It's like, yay, I get some information. We're going to tell that information now. We're going to say self because, again, very similar to what we had. We can say like, hey, do this with your own button. I'm going to say self, and then we're going to grab that animation amount that's up here. We do not need to bind it, so I'm not quite sure why the binding is happening here, but we're going to say animation amount, and there we go. The computer's trying to help us out, but it's helping us out in a really, really weird way. I'm going to do plus equals 360. So if you think about what that is, it's going to do some kind of crazy like little spin thing going on. I'm going to modify it a little bit to make it a little bit more interesting by adding some padding. Don't know why. Did you see it not coming up? This is why I love autofill. Why isn't it coming up? Hopefully you guys are yelling, there's no period. So there we go. Now the padding is coming up. Give me 1 second. I am missing something. Let me look real quick. Oh, I have it in the wrong space. See, I actually want to modify my button, not the animation. So I'm really, really excited that I use the autofill. I am going to put this underneath my button. I'm actually just going to delete this out because that actually confused the heck out of me for a second. Now, if I modify my button with the dot padding, there it is. Again, use the autofill because it really does help. I'm going to put a padding of 100 just so that it brings it a little bit further. And then I'm going to put a background. My background, let's do green. You do whatever color you want. I don't care. And let's do it a foreground of white. Again, does not matter. You do whatever you want. And we're going to do clip shape. Just to remind people how to do this, we're going to do clip shape down here of circle. That's fine. The last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to do a rotation effect. So let's see if it does anything right now. No, it doesn't do anything. What I want to do is I want to do a rotation effect to actually grab and kind of make it play around. So I'm going to zoom down just a little bit so you can see it, rotation effect. And we are going to do a 3D effect. So I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3D effect right here. It's got angle access. Ooh, that got weird. Ooh, that got real weird. Why did that do that? I'm going to try it one more time because that's something got a little really glitchy right there. I'm going to undo. There we go. Rotation effect. Huh. Sometimes they, like I said, sometimes they move things. Oh, wait, do I hit option? Oh, I didn't hit option. So we're going to do option, enter. That even got more weird. I'm going to just hard code this because this over here is kind of freaking me out. So I'm just going to hard code it. Yeah. No member rotate. I know. I'll fix it. So we're going to do a rotation 3D effect, and it is trying to help me out. Let's see which one. Let's see what I want. Now I'm like determined to use this. Yeah, something's not working. It's not letting me click over here. So we're going to do a 3D effect, and I'm going to do degrees. There we go. That's all I want. And now I'm going to put this animation amount degrees in here. So I will pull that variable. And then outside of these parentheses, I'm going to say an axis. There we go. That's all I needed. I don't know. And that's what I had the first time, but it kind of made it like off-centered, like over here. And it just was weird looking. It was kind of just weird. So I'm going to say, yes, this is what I want. I want I want an X, Y, and Z float. So here, I'm going to confirm that, and then I'm going to change the numbers. I'm going to say that's on 0. We'll put that on 1, and we'll put the Z axis on 0. There we go. All right, so now if we hit tap me, look at what it does. It actually kind of spins the button around. So now we've got this cool toggle that makes things disappear and grow. We've got this tap me that spins around, very, very similar to what we did coding with Tim. All right, so let's rotate we're going to do some kind of rotating and we're going to do some fun stuff, but there we go. That's some more animation. Again, having things kind of do things and do crazy things. We are not done yet. We've got a couple of more crazy things to do. Not many, but we're going to look at what exactly the X, Y, and Z axis mean coming up.